Hello, this is my screencast of my PowerPoint presentation slide, my poster slide. And what you're seeing here is the Today's College Student Case Study, Transfer Student Study, Crystal Hollenbaugh. And on the left here is the foundational literature piece. And what I really focused on was the surprising notion that from Ehrenberg and Smith in 2004 that as many as half of all students in post-secondary education started at a community college in some way. And then secondly, that transfer students are one of the most integral parts in contributing to higher education, and this is especially true at UNCW. Because they estimate that of every graduating class, approximately 50% are community college transfer students. So, the smaller research question was, how do community college students experience progressive stages of transfer at a four-year public university? And so some of the common transfer student issues are if they are magnified if students are, 1, a first-generation college student, 2, if they are of a race that is not white, and 3, if they have a low economic status. So what I focused on here is, if you look to the left, the 5 dimensions of transfer from FLAGA are learning resources. That's when a student is just getting connected. 2, connecting, starting to figure things out. Familiarity, negotiating, and integrating. And I partly used as a foundation the Lannan Transfer Students Questionnaire, and that was helpful in determining what stages of transition each student was in. Moving to the frameworks, I used 3 frameworks. I used Aston's involvement theory, which basically said students are more likely to be successful if they're involved. Weidmann's theory of undergraduate socialization, which was the sociological framework to determine how successful students can be if they're interacting outside the classroom. And thirdly, PACE's conceptual quality of effort, which basically means students get out what they put in. So, quickly moving on, in data collection, participants were recruited from a mid-sized public university in southeastern United States. They were transfer students, and each participated in a face-to-face interview ranging between 25 minutes and 85 minutes. They all happened to be transfer students in their first semester. They were each asked 10 identity questions, and beyond that, they were asked, how did you experience transfer orientation? They were asked, did you attend convocation, and what, if anything, could have been offered to make transfer easier? And of these students, you'll see here, SM1 was connecting, SM2 was in learning resources, SF1 was integration, SF2 connecting, and SF3 familiarity. So when we talk about data analysis, you'll see the codes and the coding changes here. And then the 3 major themes that we found, which were orientation, adjustment, and integration. These were the progressive stages of transfer. So, moving on to findings. The themes that were present throughout the interviews I have referred to as the progressive stages of transfer. This is consistent with Lannan's Transfer Student Questionnaire, which discussed the 5 stages of successful transfer, and I also just mentioned those as well. The consistent themes throughout the data and the discussion, participants were more likely to progress through the stages of transition if they got involved immediately after transfer, and conversely, students that took longer to get involved were moving through the stages of transition at a much slower pace. Participants who came from a community college experience experienced more academic difficulty, specifically with test-based courses, as opposed to courses in the community college that offered multiple assessment points like homework and class activity. Participants who expended time and energy into academic and social involvement self-reported higher levels of transition to a four-year environment and higher rates of satisfaction. Students self-reported successful integration as a shedding of their transfer identity. Specifically, SF1 stated, "I almost feel like I didn't even transfer. It's like I've been here the whole time." And that's it. Thank you.